Okay, here guys, we're going to look into the next section. In part one, we worked on the header, this part with the black area, and then in this video we are going to look into this hero section that will have your name and your profile picture, your title, as well as some text. So let's get started now. Okay, I'm going to start by, let me see if I can cascade my windows like this, and then I have this view here. Okay, let me just keep this one at maximum. Right. First of all, we have a container here that will actually have everything inside. Okay, I'm gonna call it a hero or something else. Okay, let's start. Right. Just after our header here, I'm going to have the main section. I'm gonna have main and give it a class of main. And once I have the main section, inside the main section, this is where I'm going to have my first part. So I'm going to use another section. Maybe let me use a section and give it a class of profile, because it's a block section, so I'm going to just name it as profile. And then inside this section I'm going to have a div first of all, because this is just a placeholder. I'm gonna call it profile picture as the class name. Okay, let me just, because it's gonna be an empty div, let me just leave it like this. Then the next thing that we have is the name. So I'm going to use h1 for this one. Profile name, and I'm going to just say your name here, and then the next thing is going to be the title. So for this one I think I'm gonna use h3 and call it profile. It's an element of the profile block, so it's gonna be profile title. And then I'm gonna just write anything like software developer. And lastly, I'm going to have a paragraph that's going to be profile text. And then it's going to have this lorem ipsum text. Lorem ipsum text. I'm just gonna copy it from here. Let me inspect here. I'm just gonna copy this content here and just paste it here. Let me change my view to wrap so that I can be able to see everything. There we go. We have got our HTML structure for this particular part of our website. So we are going to now style it. Before we do that, let's first check what we see on the browser. Okay, load. Perfect. This is what we have. As you may see, we don't see the div at the top. Here we have a div. Usually a div does not appear when it doesn't have any content inside of it. So in order for it to show, you need to have some content, and also you can also add the width or the height to it in order for it to show. So if you don't add the width or the height to it, it's not going to show here on the browser. So at the moment our div does not have a height or a width or any content. That's why it's not showing. So but it's there. This one, the profile photo, is the one that I'm talking about. First off, we're going to start with working on that div for the picture. So I'm going to open my CSS here. Let me just quickly add a simple comment here so that you know what we're working with. I'm going to say that this one is for hero section styles. And then I'm going to have to style my class profile picture. Okay, I'm gonna go to my Figma design and I want to see what styles do we have for this particular div. As you may see, we have a background color of D9, D9, D9. Okay, we're going to add that one first. And also we have a width and height of 150 and 150 pixels of width. So I'm gonna just add the width of 150 pixels and the height of 150 pixels. And I'm also going to add a background. Okay, before we do that, let's go and see what we have on the browser. You see now it's leaving a space for this div. So let's also add the background color of D9, and then note, and we see that it's now adding a background color. And then we're gonna add a border radius to make it circular, to give it some rounded corners so that we have a circle. So if I do 100%, let's see what we get. We get a circle, a perfect circle. If I do 50%, what do you see? Oh, I didn't save that one. Oh, I did. We also get a perfect circle, so you can choose what to use. Okay, let's do lesser, the 30%. Now it's no longer a perfect circle. So a perfect circle, we will get it when we are at 50 and above. Okay, it's not a so perfect circle, but when you have 50%, it will give you a perfect circle. Okay, now this is what we have, right? And then we have not to notice that we have got this part. Okay, let me first use a display flex into my profile section. As I say that we're going to be using the flex box profile. I'm gonna just say display flex. Right, after saying display flex, I save, then I reload. You can see that our stuff is now aligned inline. Again, it is actually inline, displaying inline against each other. But what we want this name to be above this one and this one to be above this text. Okay, so I'm now going to divide my profile section further into two. So I'm going to quickly use a div here that was going to have something like this. I'm going to call it profile info wrapper, because I'm going to wrap it around a container so that I add different only the profile info. That's the one that I'm going to wrap it around with a div. Okay, so save and then we'll load. As we can see now what it looks like exactly what we are looking for, but we need to add some further styling to it so that our hero section only contains a certain width. Okay, so we are going to add further styles to our hero section. First of all, we are going to add a padding to our profile class with the same padding that we used for our header. Let's quickly show you. Okay, we have got this item here. So the padding is on the left is 152. Okay, so we're going to add it to the main section so that it leaves a space like this one on the div. Okay, but for the top we are going to, so we will add the padding to the main section. Where is my style? Okay, we're going to add a main class. And then I'm gonna just say P0 P152 pixels. So I'm gonna add a padding to the top of 0. Let's first use 0 for the top and bottom. Now you can see that our stuff moves to be inside. Let's see something else. We have got our header here up to here, that's 38 at the bottom. So what we can do is to add a padding around our main section, a padding of, let's say, 22 and 32, 22 top and 38 bottom. Okay, so let's add it. A padding of top is going to be 22 pixels, right and left 152. Then I'm gonna have 38 pixels on the bottom. Right, and then we load. You see that it's now leaving a gap here, and it's also going to leave a gap at the bottom here, and we also have a gap on the left and the right margins. Now we are going to limit the width of this wrapper so that it leaves enough space for our image here. That is why it has actually become an oval. So because this thing is taking a lot, it's like getting encroaching into the space of our image here. So I'm going to go to my wrapper. I'm gonna go to my wrapper, profile I call it profile info wrapper, like this. And then I'm gonna just limit the width of it to, I'm gonna use percentages. Let's give it 70% maybe. Let's see what it looks like. Oops, it didn't change. Okay, let's see. What is the class name? It is a WP, and we need a WP here. What is, okay, profile info wrapper. Now we have something that looks like more like it, and we have our text rendering properly. However, it has moved to the left, as you may see that it's leaving a gap here on the right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use, okay, let's see if we can use, okay, we have a gap here. Of about 30 pixels in between the image, so I'm gonna just use justify content space between for my profile block. So I'm going to use justify content space between. Let's see what it does. Okay, it moves it to the right. Okay, so I'm just going to use justify content space between or I think I could use a gap of 30 pixels instead of justify, because this one seems bigger now. I know that it's going to adjust it properly when I do this, as you may see what it does. But we could use some breakpoints in the future to fix that. But let me use the gap of 30 pixels here. I'm gonna say gap 30 pixels, gap 30 pixels, and then I'm gonna adjust the width of this one to 80%. Let's see what it looks like. Almost there. As you may see, it now looks much better. Remember, we also have this one, it looks like it's in the center, so we're going to, here, see this one, we're going to style this one now, or we are going to start with, let's start here with our header. We have got our font height, our line height of 100%. We've got our another line height of 44 pixels. We have a font of 36 pixels. Style is bold and enter. So our font weight is going to be, okay, let's add those styles to our main heading. What do you call it? We call it profile name. So let's style our profile name. I think this one should go above our wrapper this, because of the order we have in our. So I'm going to style our profile text, profile name. Okay, yes, we call it profile name. And then the we're going to say font weight, give it a font weight of 700. Then we're going to have a font size of 36 pixels. Did I add? Okay, I've got all the styles. We're using Inter, and we have added it. As you may see, it's now a little bit bigger. Now let's move on to the next item. And the other thing, we used the casing that we used is different from what we have, so I just got change here and use the same casing as in our Figma design. Now we're gonna come to profile title. Profile title is a class, so we start with a dot. Profile title. This profile title is going to be aligned in the center, text align center. And what else do we need for it? Now it also has a font weight of 700 and a font size of, oh, here I forgot the line height. Line height is 43 pixels, so I'm going to use 44 pixels. And then line height of 44 pixels. And then for this one, no, not this one, yeah, this one, for the title we are going to have a font size of 20 pixels. What is it? A line height of 24 pixels and a font weight of 700. A line height of 24 pixels and font weight of 700. So this is what we're gonna have. Let's see how it's rendered. There we go. We have actually designed this far, which looks almost like what we have, right? Okay, we're going to move on to the next section in the next part of this series. Then we finish up. Now, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video to help this channel grow. And yeah, that's what we have. So thank you. Meet you in the third part of the video.